need for your thoughts, I know what you want. I can read your mind even from behind. If you question your phone, let me take you home. I wanna take you home. Cause it's so rare that I'm here, don't plan on staying too.
Hello, I am Danielle, and thank you for tuning into my channel today. And I just really wanted to reflect and really have a chit chat with you guys. I'm building a new community here. Before we begin, I wanted to let you know that if you resonate with the message, the downloads, and the content that I share here, and you want to see more or hear more from me, it's easy. Just like, share, and subscribe. And also leave a comment. Leave your feedback. What have you learned from this year? This video is going to be about what I've learned from this year, what is really the big talking and teaching points of this year has taught me. Let's get real. This year was it was a lot. I won't say it's a mess because I feel like sometimes when we go through the ebbs and flows in life, specifically the ebbs, I'm like things not going my way, me getting in my way, blaming other people for getting in my way, things not working out the way that I wanted them to, my plans being on hold and on pause. This year has definitely put a pause to a lot of things that I wanted to progress in with my business and entrepreneurial things. But it was necessary. And man, like, I think when you're going through it, especially at the beginning of the year, I was like, why is this happening to me? But now, as it's December, and it's December the 6th specifically, and I have the time to reflect over the year, the good and the bad, and the ugly. Trust me, the ugly too. Now I can really like look from a big picture and really see what the big lessons were and what I've learned. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about, going through the waiting process in life and like taking a pause and taking a step back. I think that we look at setbacks and things taking a halt in our life as negative, or like things not working out for us, or why is this happening? It's your fault. It's, whomever's fault. Because honestly, we don't like to take accountability sometimes. I know for me, accountability has been a big thing for me this year. Accountability, authenticity, integrity. Those are the three words that have been huge for me this year. And I am glad that I took a big step back. Right now, even currently, in October, I hurt my foot. It was like a freak thing. I literally was walking out of Sephora with my daughter. La da 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 da. Like, we're walking out. We just went shopping. Like, we had got some perfume. I'm like walking out my fancy perfume. I'm like, hey. And so I'm walking and I take a step and my foot literally rolls and goes crack. And I found out that, I tore and ruptured some things in my foot. And ever since then, October, mid-October, I've been out of work. I had just started a new job in June, working from home. I was so excited. And then I got in this accident and I'm like, oh my God, like, what am I going to do? Now I'm on short-term disability. And it's a lot. Like, when you go through things happening like that unexpectedly, it really can make things feel like your world is tumbling down. But also, like, with my job, I'm going through a lot of changes with my job, my personal life, and it's just been a lot. Like, not being able to walk and take care of myself on my own has been a really big eye opener. And I think that honestly, the one big thing that I've learned from this year is, like, we do take the little things for granted, like walking and having the ability to do all the things that we can do. Like, that people that have to live like that permanently, that they, we take for granted. We just take them for granted. I was going to the gym, like, before, like, this happened. I'm going to the gym. I'm doing my boot camp, losing weight. I had lost 25 pounds. Like, I'm looking good, feeling good, really confident. And then this happens and it's like, whoa, what is going on here? Like, what just happened, And so this really has been a big eye opener and really has taught me that I need to be more in gratitude. We all collectively need to be in gratitude for the smallest things, like walking. Like, you guys should be thankful to walk because I can't. I mean, all I can do is hop, okay? And but honestly, like, seriously, we should be in gratitude for like the little things. There's a lot of people right now collectively that don't have basic needs, or that have lost their loved ones, or that are going through some real shit, like some real shit. And here we are complaining, oh, I didn't, this is happening, even with my foot. I'm like, girl, like, this is temporary. Like, what they're going through is way bigger. So, like, being grateful for the little things is so important, and it really puts things in perspective. The second point, shedding your old self. Like, I think that, and it's not about new year, new me. Like, I feel like life is bigger than that. I feel like every year we do this, every New Year's, whether you celebrate New Year's at the end of December or during Pisces season. And I feel like we always be like, new year, new me. Oh, I'm being different. Oh, I'm going to do this and I'm going to be this. But at the end of the day, we need to look at things from a bigger perspective. Like, shedding our old self and old ways that don't serve us, and doing that continuously. Healing has been a continuous process for me. And the last 3 years, I have went through like the really darkest moments of my life, where I've had to deal with the darkest moments of my life, and really, really get honest with myself and say, do I want to be the old person that I was back then? Or do I want to step into some new energy and be the new light Danielle? And that was a hard decision for me, because I went through some very hard things, and went through a lot of trauma, a lot of abuse and things like that. And, this year has taught me that letting that stuff go, and going to counseling, meditating, taking care of myself internally is the first step in order for me to do the businesses, have the entrepreneur, have the life that I want. Not even just about money, but like having the life that I want for me and my family, especially my kids. Like, in order for me to have better and be a better mom and be a better wife and a better me, like, I need to put me first. I need to really deal with my shit and not throw it, in the back seat of the car, or the back seat of the trunk or whatever, and be like, oh yeah, I'll deal with it when I get there. I'll clean it when I get there, because nobody sees it. But dealing with the things that nobody sees, dealing with the things that nobody talks about, has really helped me shed really old ways that were toxic, and that just held me back from growing and being my best self in all areas of my life. So the one major key point I would say this year is learning how to let the old go and let the trauma go, and not allowing it to hold me back anymore. I'm the victim because I went through all this trauma and people hurt me, yada, yada, yada. Like, and don't get me wrong, like, the things that I went through were legitimate. They were valid, like, I went through real shit, and I'm not invalidating what you go through or even what I went through. But what I am saying is that, how can we grow and move forward if we're still re-traumatizing ourselves and reliving these same stories or narratives that, have been put out about ourselves, or that we believed about ourselves. So shedding the old skin has really helped me a lot. Now, this next point is huge too. This year, in just the last couple of years, honestly, the last 3 years, I realized that I've been very delusional when it came to relationships that I had. I looked at people in such a high light. I literally put them on a pedestal. Family, lovers, friends, hell, even my kids. I put all those things on a pedestal, and I really made those things the biggest priority. And I can honestly say that I realized this year I need to stop living in the illusion of, oh, this person has the potential to be the bestest friend. even though this person's breadcrumbing me, even though this person is not showing up to events that are important to me, but I show up to events that are important to them, even though this person is showing me who they are, I'm still like putting them on a pedestal. Like, yeah, like they're such a good person. Like, no one can tell me anything bad about them. No one can tell me they're not a good person or whatever. And they may be a good person. They just may not be a good person to be in your life. You know, they might be a person that you need to put boundaries with, or, you know, the thing is, we need to accept people for who they are. So this year, my marriage counselor and therapist, she told me about this method called the let them theory or method. And man, oh man, I've been like really doing that more. And you can look up the video. I'll link it down below. I forgot what's her name. I think it's Mel Robbins. It's called Let Them Theory or Method. But honey, I've been doing that. And it's basically saying, like, if people want to lie, let them. If people want to do, you know, do or say what they want to say or do what they want to do in their life, we don't have control over anybody but ourselves. So, like, if people want to be shitty, I let them at this point. Now, obviously, that doesn't mean you let them treat you shitty, but it means that stop trying to control people's narrative or who they are. If a person's a narcissist or an asshole and they're showing you and they're emotionally unavailable, they're not there, they have no respect, let them show you who they are, you know? And that was a big wake-up call for me. And I just found out about that method a couple months ago. Like, that's really made me reflect on times where I tried to control the narrative of my relationships and people in my life, coworkers, jobs, all kind of different things. And now I'm not doing that anymore. You want to be an asshole? I'm gonna let you be the asshole you are. Show your ass. Period. Okay? And I'm just going to sit over here looking pretty and be who I am and become the best me each and every day. Like, if a person doesn't want to heal and do the work, let them not do the work. Let them be lazy. Let them do the addictions. And I know that sounds harsh, but it's the truth. Like, another thing, like, if you're dealing with someone with addictions, you know, and you have loved ones with addictions, I think we want to control them and make them force them to do treatment or force them to get better because that we think we know what's best for people. But the point is, if you're going to keep interfering in other people's healing, that person is never going to heal because they want to. They're going to heal because you're forcing them to, or you're trying to control something that you don't have control over. Because who has control over the universe? Who has control over God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, you know? So I believe in letting them. And I've been this year, like, you know, if you're doing your addictions, if you're doing your bad habits, I'm gonna let you do it. I'm gonna be right here like, okay, whatever, and I'm gonna go do me. I'm pulling back my energy. That's the one thing that I've learned. It's like learning how to pull back my energy, learning how to allow people to show me who they are without trying to control everything. Also, another thing is once you let them show you who they are, once you let them, move accordingly. So when people have shown me who they are, whether it's a job showing me that they're lying to me, or like out of integrity, out of alignment, I move accordingly. The thing about life is we try to think that it's all about relationships, which it is. It's about relationships to a certain degree, but it's also about relationship to yourself. And when people show you who they are and you let them show you, you need to make the decisions to move accordingly. And you don't have to tell them shit. You just do what you plan on doing and be like, okay, well, I see he's over there acting like that. He's cheating. He's lying. Okay, cool. I got that. I see you. I see you, boo. I see you, boo. And now I'm going to move the way that I need to motherfucking move, okay? So then that may be cutting ties with you. That may be moving out of the home and having my own space. That may be not talking to you, you know, ignoring your phone calls and ignoring you. You know, whatever it takes is what you need to do to protect yourself. Because at the end of the day, this year, 2023, has taught me that life is about you. You need to make this life your wildest dreams. And if a liar and a cheater is a part of your wildest dream, you go ahead and do that, boo. But if it's not, then you need to make some actions and like start planning on how to move forward without the liar and the cheater. Last thing I would say is getting out of my own way. Like, I've been getting in my own way when it comes to like doing my YouTube channel or like doing my other goals. And in order for you to live your wildest dreams, you're going to have to take the first step, okay? And if anything 2023 has taught me, baby, is to take the first step. And even if you don't know exactly what that looks like, or you have so many talents that you don't know which one to pick, just fucking pick one. And then once you pick one, focus on it and allow yourself to keep moving forward, period. Okay? And yes, you can make excuses and say, oh yeah, I don't have the time. I don't have the money. I don't have the equipment. But at the end of the day, do you know how many YouTubers, you know how many people that have started with nothing, literally? Now they're successful? A lot, majority of them. So you can do it too. Whatever someone else can do, if someone's out there doing what you want to do, you can do it too. That's what, like, period. You can do it too. So allow yourself to make inspired actions and allow yourself to move. This is my year. This is my time. And I'm ready to be successful. I ain't letting nobody stop me. So I hope you feel the same way and you do the same things too. You deserve to put yourself first and live the life you want. Well, I gotta go. I gotta go finish my dinner. And yeah, love you guys. Thank you for listening. If you have any tips for 2024, and maybe you can put a word down below that is what 2024 means to you for the next year. What are you focused on? What is important to you? Mine is abundance. I ain't even gonna lie to you. It's abundance and financial freedom. So what is yours? Put yours down below. Share, like, comment, and share, and subscribe. Love you guys. Bye.
If what's in your phone, let me take you home. I wanna take you home. Since I read that I'm here, don't plan on staying too long. Every time I question what my future has in store, I get to panicking, anxiety, can't live here no more. No more. 'Cause I'll convince myself that I don't want what I really want. I want it before it starts. Call it protecting my heart. Hurt disguised as strength. Body sabotage my love. Sabotage my love. Root of my own pain. No one's coming. Save your baby girl. Hey, you got to save yourself. No one's coming. Hey, yeah, you got to save yourself. I don't wanna be crazy no more. Every time I